Sammy, say hi. Look, say hi. Rejected, literally in front of my shot. What is with my pets getting in my shots? Turby, oh my goodness, my cat is ruining my shot. Oh my goodness, Turby. Alright, Sammy, do you know what astrophotography is? Do you know what astrophotography is? Do you want to know what astrophotography is? Say something if you want to know what astrophotography is. Hello everybody, I hope that you are feeling good and excited for this video, because I know I am. Are you excited too, Sammy? No comment? Well, Sammy and I hope that you guys and your family are feeling well. In this video today, we are going to be asking the question, what is astrophotography? Is it expensive? How can you yourself do this astrophotography at your own house? Watch this video to find out.
3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Wow, there are other people working on this.
Astrophotography is photography, well, taking pictures of things in space, such as planets, nebula, the night sky, etc.
So I got started in astrophotography about 6 years ago, and I kind of stumbled into it. I joined a local astronomy club, and it just so happened that the president of the astronomy club, a good friend of mine, was also an astrophotographer for many years. There are multiple types of astrophotography, and the one that's the cheapest to get started with is wide field astrophotography, as in like the whole Milky Way. So these are like nightscapes, kind of like landscapes, but you're basically taking a picture at night.
Can astrophotography be expensive? How much do you need to spend to take good quality pictures?
The cheapest possible way is the phone that you already have, probably in your pocket. With that, you're going to want to have a tripod, and if possible, you want to have some sort of a tracking mount that follows the rotation of the Earth in the night sky. I would say number one is use what equipment you already own. Try to start off, don't try to buy your way into it and try to see if that can make you get better at it. It's a very expensive hobby if you go that route, but as I was saying, you can use your cell phone and you can get started pretty reasonably, price-wise. I would say if you're going to start doing it and you would like to use a telescope, start with a refractor rather than a reflector. So not a telescope with a mirror, but actually a telescope that's got a lens. It's much more like a camera lens in that way. And the reality is if you go and you buy what telescopes might be good for your eye to look through, they're not really necessarily the right telescope for taking an image. And so a lot of people end up spending a lot of money early on before they understand the hobby, and they end up wasting that money because they didn't make the right decisions when it comes to the equipment.
How can you yourself do astrophotography?
Most important, I believe, would be first and foremost is a good mount. If you're going to be tracking with the night sky, especially if you're doing through the telescope with a very long focal length where you're zooming in effectively, you need to be able to track to very high precision. And so the mount, the base, the foundation of your equipment is the most important part.
So what happens if you don't use one of these mounts or you're not in focus?
So if you're not in proper focus, you're just going to get blurry images, and you might not even know it. If you're looking at a nebula, for example, you might not even have a way of realizing that you're out of focus, but the details are just getting washed out completely. Some ways to do that is like zooming in digitally once you have your images in on your computer or on your camera if you're working with a DSLR or a cell phone, and just zoom in. We call it like just looking at the pixels, right? And you're going to look for nice, tight, round stars. If you're not seeing nice, tight, round stars, then it's likely you're either having a tracking issue or you're having a problem with focus.
As Farina said, you could use your phone camera to record some nice, great pictures. But if you did want to go all out, there are websites such as optcorp.com where you could purchase very high-end equipment.
In fact, I've just upgraded to a new camera, so I now have a dedicated astronomy camera. So what this basically is, it's just like a camera sensor that you'd have in a DSLR, which in fact I'm using right now to film this. So I can't show it to you, but it has a chip in the back of it, just like a DSLR does, or a mirrorless camera. The main difference though between a regular DSLR and an astro camera is this back part, which you'll see these vents. That's for cooling. So I can actually take the temperature of the camera sensor and I can keep it constant. So in terms of getting rid of the noise, a lot of the noise in a camera is caused by thermal energy, heat. So if we can get rid of that heat by using basically a little air conditioner, we can get rid of a good deal of the noise, and we can keep constant temperatures on the sensor, which means anything left as far as noise, we can get rid of it through a process of calibration. I got it from a company called Oceanside Photo and Telescope, or OPT. But I won this in a contest, so it's kind of fun. I didn't even have to buy it. It was a contest of, everybody on the internet, and I happened to be the winner. So very exciting.
Well, that's all for this video. I hope that you learned something new today and you liked this video, because I had fun making it. I hope that you guys have a good day, and if you have a pet at home, give them a nice hug, just for, because why not? Well, yeah, I'll see you next week for my final video, which will be on the Mars Science Laboratory. What is the Mars Science Laboratory? Come back next week to find out. Oh, also, this Friday, May 22nd, that's a Rat Film Festival. Make sure you go there to see some awesome films, and you can choose a winner. The winner gets a cash prize. So, I hope that you have a good day. Okay. Bye!
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Asking Questions. If you want to try astrophotography as a new hobby, you don't need to spend lots of money. Use your phone. Don't forget, a mount or tripod is also very important for your pictures.